Now, another episode of my insider stories. Now, this will not be a very long one, it's a short one, but just listen to it and see that how a very senior officers of any government organization deliberately violates the rules and regulations and how they try to force upon or impress upon the subordinates to violate as per their verbal order. Now, once when I was in charge of a lock entrance and other plants and equipments of the installation, a very serious breakdown occurred, and it took about 2 days to repair and recommission the system. And for this, all the shipping movements were to be stopped. This hampered very badly, but that is to be done. Now, this is related to international interface and throughout the world, because the shipping world, the foreign vessels are also there. There is a hue and cry, of course. Inside the operation was being carried out, but the main inlet and outlet of vessels was to be abandoned till such time the repair is completed. So, I being in the superior charge, from the morning, and I was advised to stand on my 2 feet to see that the repair work is carried out as fast as possible, and the system is commissioned at the earliest. Now, the CEO came down from Kolkata, and Deputy CEO was there, GM was there, everybody was standing. Very early morning after getting, even in the late hours of night, I was called, and I just got up, the car came, and I reached the affected site, and arrangement started making. The time period of this was somewhere between sometime in 90s. I try to remember the date or month, but this type of thing was not very uncommon, but it was between 84 to 93. Because that time I was assistant manager, that means in the rank of superintending engineer, and it was before 93, but it was in 90s, so far I can remember. Now, coal handling was also under my charge, because I was the deputy chief of all the plant and equipment. In fact, I was in charge of those sections. Now, okay, everything was being arranged. The spare units are being brought from the stores, dismantling, and then we have to call a few people from their home, the craftsmen, the technicians, the fitter, mechanic, electrician, and laborers, unskilled, skilled, semi-skilled, all kinds of people were called. Supervisors were called, the engineers were called. So there was a huge mass of people. Of course, everybody was busy doing their own part of the work. People were very sincere, and in our organization, this detention of vessel was the prime consideration, and people were very concerned about this thing. Now, naturally, around 10:30, or maybe 11 o'clock, the manager came, our chief engineer arrived. Yes, after some time, the general manager arrived. And with the general manager, the deputy CEO also reached the spot. Now, doing this, I was busy in advising people, planning. Then we have to arrange for food of about 100 people. It was a massive work, continuous. We have to work for about 36 to 48 hours to commission the crane without any sleep. Only thing that people can go for nature's call or some food break. Maybe there are washing rooms, washrooms and all, so people can take bath also. So in stages, a few groups have been maintained. So one person goes for bath, so somebody replaces him, like that. Now the next day, there those periods, a rationalized cargo distribution, or the committee was used to be called RDC, Rationalized Distribution of Cargo, among various organizations like us, used to be held in Delhi. Now, the meeting was the next day. Every month there is a meeting. The meeting was to be held. So normally, the manager and the general manager used to attend those meetings. Not any deputy manager or assistant manager or lower rank officers are generally not sent for to attend the meeting. I'm sorry, because it is after 93 again. Because that time I was deputy chief. It's not before 93. Maybe 94 or 95. So on that particular meeting, the GM was scheduled to go the next day and attend the meeting. Now, after CEO and deputy CEO arrived with the GM and manager, They discuss among themselves. And during the process of recommissioning the machine, I was talking to one of my subordinates regarding the food arrangement and how to transport them, some additional carts, supports, like because they have to be called from their quarters. So this was the thing. And otherwise, some dismantling process was going, because the thing which broke down, for dismantling it took about, it normally takes about maybe half a day, 12 to 16 hours, just to dismantle, removal, then place. It's a very heavy unit. The unit itself was weighing around 6 to 8 tons. Now, after they just went to answer. They asked me about the arrangement and all these things, and they asked me, "Are you satisfied?" I said, "Okay, I am satisfied with the progress. If anything support is required, definitely I will, sir, bring it to your notice, and I'll ask for the assistance needed." Okay, but don't leave the site. If you want to, you can. We want that you stand by the side of this repair site and get it. Anyway, so after their minor discussions, in front of at least 30 people are working inside the machine room, my GM told me, "Datta, tomorrow is the RDC meeting, so you go and attend it." I said, "Sir, if you want, I'll go. I have no problem. But the ticket and all these things are to be arranged, so I'm advising somebody to bring the form filled up and everybody is here, just to give the signature and all." Then suddenly he said, in front of the CEO and deputy CEO of a very big government organization, a general manager is telling a deputy chief, "You go and attend the meeting. Fine, up to this is all right." He said, "No, I cannot go." I said, "Why, sir? I am here. My manager is here. So my another deputy manager is there. So all of us, we can manage it. You go." No, this is the ministry's order." I said, "Ministry's order? Well, fine, it's okay. But I need a ticket because that guest house and all this booking, even if it is not received, I will stay in a hotel. I know that you will approve the expenditure and all." No, already ticket has been booked in my name. Just hear it. Just listen to it. It's a very, very serious offense. A GM is telling in front of deputy CEO and CEO of the very big government organization that you take the ticket and go. I said, "How that can happen?" No, you have to go. If you don't go, we'll take action against you." I said, "What you are telling?" And they are telling it in front of subordinates and laborers and mechanics and fitters, supervisor, assistant engineers. They are advising. And very funnily, when he was telling me this thing, the deputy CEO just looking at other machines, they just walked away from that actual spot of discussion, and they were posing like that they were looking at some mission or other, as if they have not heard. Because I'm telling you all, those who are in government offices, when you sign the initial agreement, there is an agreement or kind of initial form, filled a form is we have to sign before initial employment, which is that I know I have been explained the rules and regulation. I will not do this, I will not do that. I will not attend to any political meeting. I will not participate in political discussion. I will not travel in air or rail in a ticket with any other's name. This was one condition of service, that a government official can, now things have changed, the name can be changed. There are a lot of other flexibilities has come in the system, but during that period, in the 90s, it was not there. So I said, how it can be? If anything happens to me, now my family will be in peril, because the ticket is in others' name. And I also told, and you will also be in trouble, because suppose there is an accident or something, I am going with a ticket, traveling with a ticket in your name. So these two persons will be in problem. The CEO, deputy CEO will be in problem. Because before going, definitely I will tell all this story, or maybe I will make a note sheet and send it to everybody. Because traveling in others' ticket was a forbidden act, and if anybody is caught, he will be penalized and service will be terminated. That is the condition of service, and these people in front of CEO and I was just again dumbfounded. What experience? Why all these things happens with me? I don't know. I didn't know that time. Why things are happening with me only? Then I said, now if anything happens, then my family will be in soup, because I am living, I am on duty, but physically I am dead, so no benefit will be given to him, and I will be absent from my office, and finally one day my service after 5 years will be terminated, and my family will be in peril. And you, a living person, will be declared dead, but your dead body will not be found, my dead body will be found. And this may happen, air accident may happen, I may die with a stroke or in any accident during travel from my place to the Delhi. Then they say, no, nothing will happen, we'll take care of that. No, how you can take care of that? Because knowingly, you have taught us all this. You have intimated, informed us all this, that these are the rules and regulations. Now you are telling openly here. Then the GM started showing, incidentally he is dead now, but even a dead person, if I could get him now, I could have shoot him out, because both of us are out of the organization. I could make him dead. I could have killed him. I was just, my whole body was shivering, that in front of CEO and deputy CEO, they are hearing all these things. Now, they said, no. But they said nothing, as if they are just could not hear what discussion is going on. Then this GM, he started shouting on me. If you don't go, then I'll take action against you. I'll see your future is doomed. I said, let the future is doomed, I don't bother. But I cannot make my family's future doomed forever. I have 2 kids that time, a son and a daughter. I cannot do that. No, we'll take care of that. No. You and I don't say that I won't go. But you have to arrange for a ticket. No, within this short time ticket, we have to take permission from Delhi, and that whatever is required, you do that. If it is so, and why it is needed that, I tell you why. Because the next day, one of its relative marriage ceremony was there. Now, he is leaving the breakdown. He is showing that as if for the breakdown he cannot attend. But afterwards, it had been revealed that one of his, maybe his niece or nephew's marriage ceremony is there on the next day. Now, see the fun. And I said, sir, very firmly, I said, okay, CEO and Deputy CEO is there. Let us go and talk to him. And my manager was new that time. So I told him that, why you are not going? No, I have to stand here, ministry's order. No, everybody is standing here, ministry's order. Is this ministry's order that I have to travel with a air ticket in another person's name, which is a forbidden act in the government system? No, this happens many times. We have done, no, what you have done, I am not interested. But I don't don't want to insubordinate, don't want to disobey your order. But the ticket should be in my name. The order of going to Delhi and attending the meeting, yes, I'm ready to go. You give me 1 hour's time, I'll be ready. Even in the evening flight, I can go. Tomorrow is the meeting. I have no problem. But you have to arrange for a ticket in my name. Otherwise, sir, very sincerely, faithfully, and firmly I am telling that I am not traveling with a air ticket in your name. Okay, let's go to... No, don't disturb them. No, what disturb them? First you told that ministry's order, then you told that Deputy CEO advised me to go. Okay, I have no problem. But somebody has to arrange for a ticket. Or you tell me I am booking a ticket, and you reimburse me afterwards. Okay. If immediately permission, you take post-facto sanction, that this was the situation, that was the thing. But I am not traveling in an air ticket, and this is applicable for all persons, state government or central government or undertaking or any kind of government organization, bank, post office, anywhere. You have to change the name of the person who is traveling with the ticket. Then he was not going. I straight went to the CEO and Deputy CEO. And sir, this is the thing I am being told. What should I do? No. We have not heard what you have told. Just see. So senior, educated, learned, the best boys of the society, of the administrative service, they are telling me we don't know. And now the GM is telling me that it is their order. And that is, when the whole thing is happening in front of about 50 heads, my subordinates. No, you are the in charge, you have to go. Okay, fine, I have told you that you give me a ticket or I purchase the ticket. No, you have to use my ticket. No, I will not use your ticket. And then when I asked them, they said, no, you decide it with your GM. We are not interested who will go or not. Somebody has to attend. And they, did you order it? Well, no, why should I order like this? We know the rules and regulations. I said, if anything happens to me, and I don't know, you know the rules and regulations. So senior officers working for 20 plus years, you should know the rules. Then suddenly my peer, then another deputy manager, he arrived at the spot, and this GM told, okay, if you don't go, he will go. Okay, fine. You give him all the papers. I don't know, I will not leave him. Let him collect all the papers. It is in the office. He was also one deputy, so let him go and find it. I am not leaving this site because CEO and deputy CEO ordered me from the start to the end for these 48 to 50 hours. I will have to stay here, and I have come accordingly. And they started growling, grudging, this grumbling that you are insubordinate and all these things. No, okay, fine. I'll write a note sheet on this and I'll send it to the right authority for their comments. I will also see what you can do and what I can do. Now I put you challenge. Oh, you are challenging me. Yes, now I am challenging you. You people force people to violate regulations. You take training courses, seminars, conferences, you tell everywhere. And now you are in front of these 50 odd people, you are telling me to violate with the witness. With the witnesses, you are advising me to travel in your ticket. You do whatever you like. Now I am leaving this place. I'm going on leave, I'm feeling sick. So I started working. Then immediately my manager said, no, don't do this. It will be, no, you do that. You people are so arrogant and you are doing bossing. Even for violation of regulation, you will do this kind of bossing. You do that. I am taking medical leave from now and you commission the mission. Now the problem is from the very initial beginning, I had some ways and means and I knew the ins and outs of those machines because I was working in that area right from the project. So they became slightly scared and they said, they went to CEO and deputy CEO and some hush discussion went on. And then after that, okay, you don't have to go. We are telling your colleague to go. Most funnily, still today I am confused totally. Now I am telling you, still today I am confused. They told him that, okay, he will be busy with this thing, repair and breakdown commissioning. So you go, you attend. With my utmost surprise, people, you, my friend, you will not believe, he took the ticket from the GM and said, okay, sir, I am arranging. So this is evening flight, so I am moving now. That was around 11:30, 12 o'clock. Yes, you go, arrange and go. And funnily, that fellow went to Delhi, came back. It's God's grace or Almighty's grace that nothing happened. If anything would would have happened to him, the first thing, whatever happened or not happened, that is something else. But first thing that with so many witnesses, he did violated a regulation, because even if you are ordered, you are violating, because you know the rules and regulations. You pass on instruction to your subordinates like this for any work, for travel-related matters. You give lectures and deliberations in various seminar conferences and training programs of administrative guidelines and all. And such senior officers in presence of deputy CEO, CEO, general manager, one deputy manager is got. And they were very furious. Then this GM, when he was leaving the spot after all this incident, he was telling, Datta, I'll see you afterwards. And look, see me, now I am standing here. What is there? But I am also telling you, you kept witnesses here. Here are at least my 50 witnesses, and I can challenge you that everybody here standing, they will go with me. So don't try to be after me. Don't disturb me. You people leave this place. Let me do my work. So, another factual story of how deliberately the subordinates are forced to violate regulations by the topmost official of a government organization. Thank you. Namaskar. Prabir Datta.